The mayor of St. Louis, Missouri, barely pausing as her press conference on violence is interrupted by gunshots.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? Well, I hear gunshots in my neighborhood every night. My son and I fall asleep to the lullaby of gunshots in the distance every night. And it's unfortunate, yes, I heard it, but I didn't flinch because, I guess it's a part of my life.
All right. Join us right now with reaction, former New York City Police Department officer and Unfiltered host, Dan Bongino. Dan, good morning.
Morning, Steve. Good to talk to you.
You know, that's sad when she says, I don't flinch when gunshots ring out. My son and I often fall asleep to a lullaby of gunshots. People shouldn't have to do that in America.
Yeah, you know what the most pathetic part about that was, watching that now I've seen it a couple of times, is that she acts like she has no control over it whatsoever. Like, my gosh, there's nothing we can do. What would be a model to stopping gunshots and dead people in the street? Well, I don't know. Maybe do what they did in New York City when I was a police officer there, enforce the law, use broken windows policing, enforce the petty crimes like turnstile jumping, because those are the same people, the turnstile jumpers, who go on the train and rob people. Steve, they know. The most disturbing part about this, even like there's a more disturbing part than gunshots in the street, yes, is that they could stop it and they choose not to. And one more point on this. One of the most disturbing studies I ever read when I was in graduate school studying psychology was the studies about learned helplessness. How when you shock a subject repeatedly over and over and you don't give them a way out, eventually they stop trying to get away. They actually learn to be helpless. And that's the sad part about this. They are teaching the citizens they're supposed to be making their lives better to be helpless, that there's nothing you can do about this. Just go to sleep, to quote the lullaby of gunshots. Pathetic, disgusting, disturbing. One of the worst things I've heard in a long time.
Well, we had to play the video. And then what you've got going on down in Austin, Texas, is tomorrow the people there, after last summer when so many towns around the country were trying to defund the cops, what they're trying to do in Austin is they're going to have a referendum on should we hire more police officers, because I think I read in Austin, Texas, the homicide rate has gone up 71% in the last year.
And again, the shocking part about this story is not what you just said, like, yeah, a lot of people are dead, so we should hire more cops, which to you and I is common sense, right? It's like, yeah, well, we don't want people to die. Obviously, we're not animals, right? The shocking part about the story is there are liberal mega donors out there and liberals who are fighting against this. It's like, what's your campaign slogan? Like, there's not enough dead people? Like, we need more? Like, this isn't like, is this really a political thing? Is this how badly the culture and politics in the United States have degenerated? Where there's people crying because of their dead relatives and there's other people fighting against it as if we want more of this. Really speaks to, again, the degeneration of the culture in the country right now.
Well, they're going to make a determination by tomorrow. We'll have the results on Wednesday. Dan, thank you very much for joining us live.